Hello and welcome to the Mind Body Reset Beginner Series, and today we're talking about low lunge and high lunge. So we can get started in Tadasana in your mountain pose. So starting with your feet under the hips, micro bend in the knees, tailbone reaching down, shoulders reaching down, fingertips reaching down, crown of the head lifting up. And then from here, inhale the arms reaching up, exhale folding to your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Plant your hands around the feet. Step your right foot back into a lunge. So for low lunge, you adjust your stance here. You keep your front knee over your front ankle. When you feel like you have a right distance between your feet, allow your back knee to drop down, untuck the back toes. You can leave the toes tucked if that feels a bit better. I like to untuck them personally. So this is the first step of your low lunge position. You can bring your hands to blocks on either side of your foot. You can bring them up to the highest height and start to walk them back toward your hips, bringing your torso up into your full low lunge. The hands can be on blocks here. You can bring the hands, interlace them on top of your left thigh, pushing into the thigh, lifting up. Or the arms can be reaching straight up, or the hands can be at heart center. So things to remember in this pose is your front knee stays over the front ankle, and make sure it's not coming inward toward the big toe side. Make sure it's kind of pushing outward toward the pinky side, but staying right over the ankle. The inner thighs feeling like they're scissoring or magnetically pulling toward each other, so you're not dumping in completely, you're lifting up. And your tailbone is pointing toward the ground, so you want length in your low back. You're not trying to arch the back too much here. When you do arch the back, it's more from the upper back. For the low back, you want the tailbone pointing down. And that's just about it for your low lunge. So for high lunge, you can come back, bring your hands to frame your front foot, tuck your back toes, and lift your back knee. This is your high lunge position. So the hands can be on blocks here for a little extra support. And I suggest you find some stability here before you rise the torso up. Keep your back heel bright and lifted over the ball of the back foot. This will provide a lot of stability for you. Feel your inner thighs pulling in toward each other and bend into that front leg. Knee over the ankle. Maybe feeling like the back of your right thigh is lifting up toward the ceiling as well. When you feel stable, inhale, rise the arms up to your high lunge. So you might be a little wobbly here. And the difference between this and your warrior one is just that back foot. You still want your hips square to the front. You're still feeling that magnetic pull, scissoring of the inner thighs. Just the back heel is lifted. So again, hands can be wherever you can find some stability. They can be on your hips, heart center, reaching up, maybe cactusing, opening the heart a little bit. Same thing here, tucking the tailbone down, feeling length in the low back. Noticing how that increases the stretch on the front of your right thigh. And the same thing with your front knee here, so making sure it's reaching toward the pinky side of your front foot. So from here, exhale the arms down, frame the front foot, and step your back foot up to meet your front, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. So when you're ready, we'll do both of those on the other side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Plant the hands. And this time we'll come into the lunge from a different way, so you can see both ways. So you can just step one foot back and be in your lunge, or you can start from a down dog. A lot of the times in vinyasa classes, you'll be in down dog going into a lunge. So finding yourself in your down dog, you know what we're doing here. Hands are firm in the mat, heels reaching toward the ground, tailbone lifting up. And then from here, you just step your right foot between the hands. Now this might be really difficult for you. So there are some options you can do to help you. You can grab your foot with your left hand and bring it up like this. If you have sturdy blocks like these cork blocks or something that doesn't feel too wobbly, bring your hands to the blocks in your down dog. And you'll be shocked how much simpler it feels to just bring your foot forward with that little extra height. So that's the other way to come into your lunge. So from here, again, you can adjust your stance, find that right distance, that sweet spot. You'll be able to feel it. And then when you got that, let your back knee drop down, untuck the toes, bring your arms up, hands up to the upper thigh, or to your hips, or reaching up, or heart center, whatever feels good. And same thing on this side, tailbone tucking down, lengthen the low back. Knee is over the front ankle. If your back knee is talking to you a lot here, slide a blanket or a pillow underneath there just for a little extra cushion. And you can also get rid of some of the pressure in the knee by pushing into the top of your back foot a little bit more. So dispersing the energy between the entire shin and foot area. So inner thighs pulling in toward each other, breathing here, lifting up, inhale, and exhale, release your arms, frame the front foot, and we'll come into a high lunge when you're ready. Tuck your back toes and reach through the heel, feeling how that straightens out your back leg. Maybe you adjust, maybe you step that foot in a touch. Make sure you're totally sturdy first with your hands on the ground before you rise up. And know that any given day, your balance is going to be a lot different. Your strength will be a lot different. Any given moment, really. So the back heel is bright, the back leg is super engaged, your front leg is also super engaged, and the arms rise up when you feel sturdy to your high lunge. So high lunge is also referred to as crescent lunge and runner's lunge. These are all the same things. You'll often hear different names for different poses. As long as you have the cueing right, that's all that really matters. So breathing here, tailbone tucking down. Knee is reaching toward the front pinky toe over that ankle. Back heel is lifted. One more inhale. And exhale, arms come down, framing the front foot. Since we came into this through down dog, let's do the same thing. Step back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Resetting. And then slowly walk the feet up to the top of your mat. As you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach up. And exhale, hands come to heart center.
Thanks for watching the Mind Body Reset Beginner Series. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave any questions or comments below. Keep watching to learn more.